All right, good evening, everyone. We have more severe weather happening for today, into tonight, of course, and into the morning hours, even. So, if you're just now joining us, click that like button, comment where you're from, and share this with your friends and family. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It's like basically liking a page on Facebook. Hit that subscribe button, click all the notifications. You'll be notified every time we go live over on YouTube. So we have significant severe weather ongoing across parts of Oklahoma. We have a potential derecho event tonight, and with winds up to 85 miles per hour possible, with some hail and maybe an isolated tornado or so out there. We do have severe thunderstorm watches out. I will show you that here in just a second. But first, let's go over the latest national picture here. We have severe thunderstorm watches, like I said, for far southeastern parts of Kansas, in through southwestern Missouri, and through most of central to eastern parts of Oklahoma. A lot of these out towards the east, eastern Oklahoma into parts of Missouri here go until, I believe, 3 a.m. Then we have flood watches. We've had constant overnight complexes of storms come through. Mesoscale convective complexes basically come through the south here in through the Arklatex region. We've had a ton of rain, and that's why we have flood watches down that way as well. Now, out west, the heat is on out there. It is baking out there as usual. The west always gets hot. It's June, so you're going to expect some 90s to 100-degree temperatures out that way. We have excessive heat warnings and watches and heat advisories out that way. And then on the periphery of that high, that's where we're getting these little impulses come down out of northwest flow here. And that's why we're getting those overnight complexes and waking up in the middle of the night having severe weather across Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, parts of southern Arkansas, southwestern Arkansas. That's why this continuously happen. Now, cold front is going to be coming through tonight into tomorrow. That's going to clear most of the area. We're going to go over the severe weather for the rest of this evening as well. So, but first, I want to show you this. This is the latest satellite picture, and you can see these storms is absolutely exploding out here towards Oklahoma and Kansas, and very explosive development in Oklahoma tonight. You can see over the past hour and a half to 2 hours, those things have absolutely exploded. You see this is nighttime view, so you can see the lights from the cities around the United States here. So most of the Gulf is completely clear. There's no really tropical disturbances yet. We're going to be talking about tropics a lot more as we go deeper into probably later this month into July, especially August and September. We're expecting a very active hurricane season as we head towards La Nina. Okay. All right, let's talk about the severe weather. All right, so here is the latest from the Storm Prediction Center as of 8 o'clock. We have a slight risk basically down here towards parts of Kansas into western, southwestern parts of Missouri, down here through most of central and eastern Oklahoma, basically right along the Arkansas Oklahoma state line in northwest Arkansas, then kind of cutting down towards the Arklatex, down towards Shreveport. Now, we do have a small area where there's an enhanced risk, and that is because there could be some big hail in excess of 2 inches in diameter, and there could be wind gusts in excess of 75 miles an hour. And there's been some signs from the Storm Prediction Center and some latest modeling that some winds tonight could exceed 80 to 85 miles per hour across parts of Oklahoma, and then slowly getting into parts of Texas into Louisiana as we get early into tomorrow morning. All right, so here's the latest radar picture as of this is the latest scans as of 10:44. See, storms are really starting to develop down here towards southeastern parts of Kansas, in through northern parts of Oklahoma, and then this big Boeing line you see coming just east of Oklahoma City, and then Boeing south here. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning down here for just 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's actually the only warning we have right now. But you can see where those severe thunderstorm watches are, including Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and then over towards Joplin, Missouri. A lot of these out here towards eastern Oklahoma, like I said, goes until 3 a.m. You guys are probably wondering what the radar picture is going to look like here for the rest of tonight. So let's take a look at that. Let me get these warnings off here really quick. And then we'll take a look. All right, so here's the latest HRRR. This is the latest HRRR. This is 2 Zulu, basically. So this is going towards 11. Here's 12. Here's 1 o'clock in the morning. You see these this complex of storms trying to get into eastern parts of Oklahoma, into western Missouri. I can tell you right now that this model is underdoing what the actual current radar picture says, because we have a huge complex down here just south of Oklahoma City and bending northeastward. So back in here is going to be a lot more filled in than what this HRRR says, but we use this as guidance, not the actual true facts here. So as we go throughout the night. This is 2 o'clock in the morning. We're going to see some storms getting into possibly northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri, heading into most of eastern Oklahoma now. Then this basically forms back builds into basically just north of the Red River in Oklahoma. This is at 4 a.m. Scattered storms up here in northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, and there was some storms up here in Iowa. Those things are moving east and basically dying out. So here's where the major severe weather could be tonight is basically just southern Oklahoma, southwestern or southeastern parts of Oklahoma. And then this big, nasty complex is going to start diving south as we go towards this is 6 o'clock in the morning. 7, here's 8 o'clock. Shreveport, probably morning rush hour, about between 7 and 9 o'clock in the morning. You're going to get hit with this big complex that's coming through. So there's going to be more flooding, lots of lightning, windy, 60, 70 mile per hour winds possible across parts of southwestern or southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern parts of Texas, including the Dallas area, southwest Arkansas, then getting into, like I said, Louisiana. And then as we get towards the lunch hour, it kind of dies out. And then we're left with a bunch of scattered storms across the southeast, up through Tennessee, Kentucky, all the way up towards even Detroit, Michigan, for tomorrow. So we're going to leave you here. We're going to leave it with the latest radar picture here, so you can see the latest radar compared to the HRRR we just showed you. You can see this big line of storms. It's basically this Boeing line of storms back here in Oklahoma that's building all the way back into parts of just north of the Red River into getting into western Oklahoma now. HRRR did not show that. Like I said, the coverage is a lot more than what that model shows. So we got to take that with this a grain of salt. Basically, that we just use that as a tool for guidance. But this big complex could join forces and create a big solid line from southeastern Kansas into Missouri, all the way across eastern parts of Oklahoma into the southern parts of the region. So I think the flash flood threat is going to be a major deal, possibility, especially across southern Oklahoma in through northeastern Texas, because this complex is going to start coming south, but then it's going to keep building behind it. So we're going to have some flash flooding issues across southern Oklahoma tonight, into northeastern parts of Texas, possibly into far western Arkansas and southwestern Arkansas tonight. And that's where a lot of those flood watches are out for now. Like I said, there was only one warning here just a little bit ago. We can check that out. This is back here in parts of Oklahoma. Stevens, Comanche, Cotton, and Grady County, Oklahoma. This expires in 22 minutes. It's 10:53 right now. So 1-inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. But these storms continue to get stronger, and this could congeal into a big line of storms, like I said, across parts of southwestern Missouri and through parts of eastern Oklahoma here. So it's going to be a busy night across areas. Could a lot of lightning and some loud thunder could be waking you up. But there, like I said, this complex here will be the biggest threat of those winds that could exceed 75 to 80 miles an hour. Okay. And then have some bigger hail, 2 inches in diameter or greater across this area. But the biggest threat is going to be the wind at the moment. There's going to be maybe an isolated tornado or two out there. But like I said, the damaging straight line winds is going to be the main threat going out throughout the night. All right, looks like that's all we're gonna have for right now. Like I said, we have that severe thunderstorm watches go out until 3 a.m. So have a way to get warnings tonight. Like I said, this complex of storms means business, and it's just going to continue to backbuild to get stronger the rest of tonight, and then basically dive southeast, and then all this storm is up here may congeal into a line with this system. We'll see how that plays out, and then that's will get into southwestern Missouri, into northwestern Arkansas as we get past midnight and into the morning. We'll see how far east this gets, but it has it. Latest guidance has it breaking up and getting into more scattered variety. We'll see how this plays out, but the HRRR is basically struggling with coverage at the moment. So stay weather aware tonight. Have a way to get warnings. Like I said, when these bigger storms come through, it could pack a punch of 75 plus to 80-mile-an-hour winds. If you do get one of those destructive thunderstorm warnings, you need to treat it as sheltering as a basically a tornado, because those winds, like I said, are going to be pretty devastating. Straight line winds of 75 to 80 miles an hour, and some of these stronger bowing features with this storm. Like I said, have a way to get warning. Stay weather aware. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of your evening or night. That is, sorry.